Rob and Slim Show. We're back with Rich.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's up, dude? From the Unseriously Serious Podcast.
Yep, got it.
Nice, dude. Well, and what is your? Oh, sorry.
Before we start, I just want to thank you for leaving me with some Tool to jam with while I was on hold. I fucking love Tool.
Awesome,
man.
dude.
Tool's great.
I'm a big Tool fan myself.
Yeah, me and our
Oh,
intern,
yeah.
we saw Tool live in like 2007.
09,
right?
09.
2009
Yeah.
was it at the?
That was the All Points West. Yeah, All Points West Festival, which is no longer around because they couldn't find anyone to headline for it.
but Tool does an amazing live show.
Do they?
Fucking
Oh, yeah.
awesome, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very envious that you got to go there because I've never got to see them in person live, but I've checked out a lot of their live, videos, and I used to have the live DVD. Their fucking drummer is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah,
like
Danny
those
Carey.
like those drum cams that they got set up, like while he's. Oh my God, it's fucking unreal.
Yeah, they had to set the drum set up around him. I think from what I had seen, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Rich,
it's badass.
Are you a musician, dude?
Yes, sir. Yes, I grew up in a very, like my dad, he was a drummer, so naturally I was like, all right, I want to be a fucking drummer too. So I had him teach me. I'm pretty much self-taught. I never went and took no lessons or anything. He taught me the basics, my like rudiments and paradiddles and everything, and then from there on, I just played along with the radio and just taught myself.
Cool. Have you been with like a lot of bands or?
Yeah, like throughout high school, I was in a lot of different like cover bands and stuff here and there. We played like the high school talent show and all that shit. And then as I got older, once I graduated high school, I played with a couple other cover bands. And then just maybe 3.5 years ago, I was in a band called An Acoustic Machine. We wrote all our own music. It was all everything. We did everything ourselves. We recorded ourselves, produced ourselves. We were playing, I'm from Chicago, so we played all over the place. We played at like Hard Rock Cafe downtown and,
Nice.
all the shows all over the city. But our music is actually still up on SoundCloud if you guys and your listeners want to check it out. It's just look up An Acoustic Machine. The picture that'll pop up next to it is like an owl shooting like laser beams out of his eyes or some shit.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's real chill, like psychedelic.
Cool.
It's kind of like along the lines of like, it's like Pink Floyd meets Led Zeppelin meets like
That's
a little bit
pretty
of
cool.
grunginess like Nirvana. And
That's really cool.
That is it's cool. That's what I was going to ask your inspirations musically. Is that some of your favorite bands?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. My number one favorite band in the world and has always been my inspiration since I was like 5 was the Beatles. I'm a huge Beatles fan.
I do like the Beatles.
I like the Beatles.
Yeah, when I was 5 years old, I was obsessed with the song Eleanor Rigby. And my dad, that was actually my first CD that my dad ever bought me. He went out and bought me Revolver. And,
Cool.
From then on, I just went to the record store and bought every CD that they made. And, yeah.
What's your favorite
They've always
Beatles
been
album?
My favorite Beatles album, honestly, it's a draw between, I would say Rubber Soul is probably my top favorite.
I used to love that album as a kid.
Oh, me too. And honestly, production-wise, the greatest sounding album that has ever existed on this planet would be Sgt. Pepper.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking thank you. A lot of my buddies would say the White Album, and I'm like, there couldn't have been the White Album without Peppers, man. So Sgt. Peppers.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I can still listen to that from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm partial to Magical Mystery Tour just because it's got
Oh, yeah.
I Am the Walrus on it. That's like my favorite
That is
Beatles
a cool
song.
dude.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah. I mean, there's not a single thing those fuckers did that
Yeah.
wasn't good, you know?
Yeah.
So
Even
and
their
you gotta
early
think-
shit.
Yeah, and they were the innovators, man. If it wasn't for them, a lot of bands that came after them would have never happened. So,
Right. And I used to,
and-
like you said, Beatles, like, I used to be a Beatles dude, and then I never liked the Stones, but as I got older, though, I did work a few years in radio, and the one DJ there, Steve Hook, he fucking loved the Stones, and you couldn't hang out with him, like, unless you listen to the Stones, and he really got me into the Stones, man. They have some really good shit.
Mother's Little Helper.
Oh,
That's a
hell
good song.
Actually, my favorite album from the Stones is Let It Bleed.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's honestly in my opinion, that was my favorite album. That's the first Stones album I ever owned, and I still hold that near and dear to my heart to this day.
I remember too, as a kid, my dad watched a war sitcom, not a sitcom, but a show on TV about war. I forget what the name of the show was. Maybe something like Tour of Duty, and the theme song opening the show was fucking Painted Black.
Oh yeah,
Painted Black, man. And just from a kid, I love that song.
Speaking of that, dude, when I was in, I think I was in like 8th grade, and me and my buddy were fucking around with the camcorder. We were trying to make like our own little fucking horror movie thing with like a Halloween mask that I had, and the opening music that we picked for that movie was Painted Black by Rolling Stones.
Dude, that is a badass song, man. That's still, that song,
yeah,
I can still rock out to. That shit holds up, man.
Yeah, and that song always makes me think of Twisted Metal Black
Yeah.
for PlayStation.
Yeah, was that in there, that song?
Belting that out in the car today.
Nice.
Like while I was working.
That's cool, man. Was that, which Twisted Metal was that? Was that the one that came out on PS3, or was that like the
PS2?
PS2?
Wasn't it one of the
PlayStation
PS1s?
1.
Yeah, it was PlayStation 1.
Wow.
Yeah. It might have been like Twisted Metal 1 or 2.
I was gonna say, I do remember whichever one came out for that. My buddy Brian had, and we played the fuck out of it. That game was cool.
Yeah, Twisted Metal Black was the one where like there was a bunch of different characters, and they had like the different storylines for whichever character you pick. Yeah, it was fucking badass. I fucking miss those days.
I liked Black. I thought Black was like one of by far the best Twisted Metal game.
I know my buddy Ryan for a while was trying to get me to get the new one. He said it was cool, and him and like, a couple other friends of mine from high school, they'd get together like every Friday and play online together.
You couldn't. I don't think there was as many characters to choose from. There was like Dollface, Sweet Tooth, and what's his name?
I really remember.
The guy with I forget his name, the skeletal mask.
I do know.
I can't think of it either.
Yeah, I can't think of him.
Yeah, but I think Twisted Metal Black was like the first one where they had like, I think they had like 8 to 10 different characters you could choose from, which was pretty cool.
That's cool. Now, Rich, your show, Unseriously Serious, do you always have a live guest on there?
Yeah. So like pretty much what I'm going for with it is I'm going to put out, a pre-recorded show once a week. I have a different guest on with me. Like my first episode, I had one of my best friends that I grew up with. I had him as a guest. The second episode, I had my girlfriend on with her because like I cover a variety of topics.
Okay.
It's just pretty much open discussion. It's unscripted, it's just, I may have like a couple set questions to ask somebody when they're on, but I just take it wherever it goes, so one second we could be talking about like what they do for a living and this and that, and then next thing you know, we're fucking talking about, dumb bitch ass Hillary Clinton or fucking some stupid shit, So, I mean, it just carries on,
It is a cool vibe. I did listen to the one, was it the third show with Osiris?
Yeah.
You do have a cool vibe where, like you said, you're going, all over the place. But it's a really cool show, man.
Yeah, because, I like to cover, my main thing is I want to help promote, people, whatever form of self-expression that they like to do. Like he was he's a rapper. And, and I'm going to try and get some bands on and help promote them. Because, when I was back playing in the band, I didn't really have this, source of, publicity. I think that podcast is a great way to promote, people's shit. And, and I'm just starting out now. I'm still new to the game. I've been listening to podcasts the last couple of years. It's something I've always enjoyed listening to. And I just figured, I think I could be good at this. So I was like, fuck it, I'm giving it a shot. I went and bought myself an interface. I got a fucking laptop and got my microphones and shit, and I just got it rolling.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I was going to say, I like that, like, that you do have that cool vibe to your show. And I was going to tell you, man, definitely keep it up. Keep going with it, because it's good. It's definitely got potential, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
No problem. Do you record, like you said, weekly? Is there a certain day and time that you record, or do you just do it whenever you have the chance?
Like, I'll usually have my guest over, like, on a Saturday night or Sunday morning, because with my work schedule, it's really hard to do shit during the week, because I work, a 40-hour-a-week job, and I'm usually just always working, so I don't really have too much free time. So I generally have someone come over on the weekend. If I have someone come over like on a Sunday afternoon, I'll record it, and then I mix it up and get it all together. And if it's not too late, I'll put it online, and start posting it up that day. If not, I'll do it like Monday morning.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, definitely keep it coming like weekly, because you definitely want to give people something to check out every week, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I was thinking too when I was listening to Osiris, like you said, like he does hip hop now, but I heard him say that he was originally a heavy metal drummer, and that made me think of our buddy Sauce, who he's a rapper, and he's fucking amazing. And when I think the first interview with him, he said like, yeah, his major influence in music is metal.
Right.
That's all he listened to growing up, and he just thought he could do rap. Like, he thought he could do it, and he could, man. He kills it.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Osiris dude, like I went to high school with him. He was a little bit older than me, but we used to hang out and like skateboard and shit after school. And he was always like such a fucking badass like metal drummer. And then as we got older, we kind of stopped hanging out a bit, but I still kept in touch with him on Facebook and shit. And I saw that he was doing the hip hop thing. So right when I saw that, and I was getting my podcast going, I was like, I got to get him on so we can talk about this, because that's fucking interesting as fuck.
That's cool. Yeah, dude, that's a crazy transition.
I think like hip hop resonates with drummers though, because like there's there's major just beats in the background, and drummers completely get that. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's cool, man. That's cool. What's the craziest thing you've ever seen performing?
I actually have all right, so in Chicago, every year they have, like the Chicago Peace Fest, and pretty much when it started out, it was just like a bunch of hippies getting together in the park and just, doing acid, eating mushrooms, hanging out, bands were playing and shit. But with the way the world's going right now, we played the last two. Like I said, we haven't been a band for like the last 3 years, but the last 2 years of us being a band, we played it 2 years in a row. And they have like the outdoor Peace Fest where it's like a camp out and like at like a campground, and then they have like the winter Peace Fest that was like inside at like a theater. We played the indoor one first, and we got there, and it was like all like electronic EDM dubstep fucking crazy fucking kids with glow sticks and taking ecstasy, and like it was like we were like, holy fuck. But it was funny because I booked the show and there was like half naked bitches walking around, and like I remember my bandmates looked at me and they were like, dude, thank you for booking this shit. And I was like, all right, man, no problem, man. And it ended up being a fucking blast. That show we ended up covering a song from Black Sabbath called Fairies Wear Boots.
Yeah, that's a great song.
And we play it a little faster than they do, and I generally think that it sounds a lot better faster, but that's besides the point. So the Peace Fest camp out was the most craziest fucking experience we've ever had in our lives, and I'm gonna try and shorten this the best I can because I know we don't really have a lot of time. But okay, so we get to this place. It's in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's like this little camp reserve. I mean, it was huge. They had a lot of acres of land, but, we couldn't find where to turn, and we finally figured it out. We didn't have a show time until about, I think we went on at like 9 p.m., and we got there like in the afternoon. So we were just like hanging out. My bandmates, like, I actually scored like a fucking giant freezer bag of mushrooms before we got there. At the time, I was working at Sam Ash music store, and I was working in the drum department. And one of my customers, I helped him tune his drum set and shit. And he was like, dude, I got to give you a tip or something. He's like, I'll be back. I got to go get it. And I'm thinking he had to go to the ATM or something. But this motherfucker came back with a fucking giant freezer bag of mushrooms. And I was like, dude, you are a fucking lifesaver, because I'm playing the fucking camp out fucking Peace Fest tomorrow, and you saved my fucking life. So, all right, so anyway, we get there. We're drinking a little bit. I ate a little bit of the mushrooms, and so did they. And, and then it came time to play. There was fucking hundreds of people there. We had a blast. We played, and then we went back to our tent afterwards. And then out of nowhere, there was this fucking weird dude. He was like wearing like basketball shorts, and he had no shirt on. He was barefoot. We were like, all right, what's going on, dude? And he was like clearly tripping balls. So we didn't know what was going on with this guy. And he just kept coming, and like we were giving him water, like kind of taking care of him a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he would just disappear. And then he would come back, and then he would disappear. And then the next time he came back, he was fucking bare fucking naked. Like we were like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Like, for real? And
What
he's
happened,
just standing
bro?
there looking at us like a fucking serial killer, just like staring off into space all naked. and then this is where all the hell starts, because this guy fucking terrorized our campground the entire night. You know, my girlfriend's there, my fucking, you know, my buddy, our bass player was there with his wife, and like, it was just, after a while, my bass player was like, well, we're gonna fucking go home. Fuck this shit. And they left. And,
I'd rather be home.
My one guitar player, we were like fucking with him because he tried sitting on our cooler, and we were like, no, you're not sitting your bare ass on our fucking cooler. We're like, get the fuck out of here. And he just kept like leaving and coming back, and then the campground they came over and told us that he like fucking, their campground is where he took his shorts off, and he like pissed all over their tent.
Oh,
like,
fuck. I was going to ask where his clothes were, bro. Where'd they go?
Oh, dude, it gets crazier. This is nothing yet. So, this fucker wouldn't leave, so then we're like, all right, whatever. And then my fucking, my guitar player, Kyle, he started fucking chucking full pop cans at him, and you would just hear, like, it would just, like, you just hear smack, and, like, he's like, oh. You know, and then, like, he would just and then out of nowhere, he would just pass the fuck out on the ground. He's just laying face first in the fucking ground. It's like gravel and, like, with little sprouts of grass coming out of it and shit.
Holy
and then, like,
shit.
he wouldn't leave. So then finally, this Kyle fucking grabbed his arms and started dragging him away, dick down in the fucking gravel. And he was like, oh, my dick. Like, we're all laughing our asses off. Chris, the fucking, you know, he was the main fucking talented motherfucker in the band. He disappeared. He ate the mushrooms, and we were just like, we didn't know where he was. We're like, and then he ended up he was sitting on the side of the van the whole time, just like listening to Pink Floyd, looking at the fucking stars and shit. While all this is going on. And so then these people come along, and they're like, dude, like, leave him alone, man. Like, he's obviously tripping. Like, you should help him. And we're like, dude, we did. He's been fucking here terrorizing our campground this entire time. You know, so, like, we're like, dude, if you want to help him, get him the fuck out of here. Like, go ahead, take him. And then they were like, and the guy was like, oh, he's like, hey, come on, man. Like, you can come to our campground. You know, we have water. We'll give you clothes. You know, like, all this shit. And then this guy fucking gets up and punches the dude in the face and runs off into the fucking woods.
What?
What? We were like, see?
We told you,
exactly what we're
motherfucker.
fucking mean. So this guy fucking comes back.
Oh.
And no, before he comes back, you just hear like... And this motherfucker, I've never seen someone run so fucking fast in my life. This guy was fucking dick out in the wind, fucking zooming like the fucking Flash. And barefoot, running in gravel and shit. And then he came back and passed out again. And now these other people fucking come, and they're trying to help him. And we're like, dude, trust me, this is a lost fucking cause.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then...
He's beyond help.
Sure enough, he stands up. We're like, see there? And then Kyle was like, there he is, fucking dick swinging in the wind and all. We told you. and then it just turned into this fucking crazy. That was like the whole fucking night. We're getting terrorized by this naked guy. And we ended up nicknaming him Naked Guy. We're like, oh, there he is, this naked guy.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, you know, I'm sorry I went off.
No,
I was kind of all over the place there.
That was epic. That was an epic story.
And that was mostly paraphrasing. There was a lot more going on there. But like I said, I didn't want to waste the whole time just talking about that. So
Yeah. I was going to thank you, dude. Thank you for not bailing on our interview like the guy who we had on next, man.
Oh, well, fuck that guy. You messaged me about this guy.
I told
You're
you
like,
about
yeah,
it.
we had this guy coming on, but he was all like, you know, he heard our show and he thought he was afraid that we were going to make fun of him. I'm like, fuck that guy.
He's afraid we're
Dude,
gonna
that guy's a bitch.
Dude.
Because first of all, like, what kind of fucking grown fucking man is, like, afraid that another man's gonna hurt his fucking feelings,
Right.
you know?
Dude, earlier we had a transgender comedian, and she's been on our show 3 times, and the first time she was so nervous because she heard some of our shows, you know, how we could be a little rough on sometimes, you know, people or topics, and she was so nervous, and like I said, it's the 3rd time she's called us, man, like...
Right.
We're not gonna be dicks if you're good at guests, you know, you got something going on, like... It's fucking retarded, man. It's retarded, like, for somebody to do that. Like, especially when...
he probably listened to your show and he was like, damn, dude, I'm way too fucking stupid to be talking to these people. They're gonna fucking make fun of me, and I'm not gonna be able to take it, and then I'm gonna fucking, like you were saying earlier with your last guest, like, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna fucking write a blog, and I'm gonna fucking tell the world that these guys are really mean to me, and I couldn't take it, so... you know,
right?
That's that guy.
Dude, like I said, that was true. We had a guy that was running for president, and after he came on, and he wrote like a 2 or 3 page blog.
The backpack baron.
Yeah.
He was a homeless guy that was running for president.
And he even messaged one of our other guests, and that guest was like, bro, but you're running for president. What did you think they were going to do to you? Like, of course they're going to rip on you.
Oh, we're on our way. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, like I said, I'm at work right now training somebody, so I got a little thrown off there.
That's all right, dude. What is your, are you allowed to talk about your day job?
I'll tell you what it's. I don't really want to like go into like the name of the job.
Yeah.
Because you know sometimes like I don't even talk about it on my podcast because I say shit and I don't want like someone to hear it and you know.
Same here.
Pretty much what we do is we go around to like doctors' offices and hospitals and we pick up like specimens like blood, shit, piss, and we bring it back to the lab and they test it, you know. And
how do I get
it's
this
in
job?
The medical field.
Right? Like that sounds like a pretty sweet gig.
That does sound like a cool job.
I don't know. You'd probably just be drinking on the job and just the specimens.
What does this one have in it?
Honestly, it's the easiest job I've ever had in my life, and I mean, it's an alright job. The only thing that sucks is you got to deal with like asshole clients every now and again that don't want to cooperate and whatever. Wow. And then you're stuck in traffic all day because I live in Chicago.
Yeah.
And when I got to do a route in the city, you're just sitting in fucking jam-packed traffic, and it just drives me nuts.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, I've always seen those vehicles that do that kind of thing, and I always wondered like that's got to be a good paid job, man.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I've worked every job you can think of, man. I've worked anywhere from in the food industry to construction to remodeling houses to fucking everything. So, this job is honestly, for what it pays, it's definitely, it's worth it.
Legit, yeah. That's cool. You say you worked at Sam Ash?
Yeah.
How was that, dude? That's got to be a fucking cool-ass job.
Dude, it was, dude. That was honestly the best job I've ever had. I said that about this one, but honestly, well, because I'm a musician.
But yeah, as a musician, I figured
it was perfect for me. And I worked in the drum department. There's not a thing about drums that I don't know.
That's cool,
so it's
dude.
perfect. But the bad part about that is it's all based on commission.
Oh, so, okay.
And I kind of get stiff being in the drum department because when you fucking go and you buy drums. You don't come in a week later and buy another fucking drum set. You come in and get drumsticks.
Yeah.
So like, it's not like guitars where like the guy that bought the guitar the week prior, he ended up wanting to buy a new pedal or like buy amp. This or buy a new amp.
Yeah.
So I kind of got screwed out of commission, and it's funny because they laid me off because I didn't make commission all the time. But then fucking 2 weeks later, they went out of business at that location, and it's a fucking furniture store now.
So you made out a win-win.
Yeah, exactly.
Rich, we have to wrap this up, brother, but thank you so much. You're a fucking awesome dude, man.
Oh, dude, no problem, man. I'm going to try and see if I can figure out a way to have people call in on my show, and I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted. And if you ever need another guest, man, I'd be happy to come back on.
Perfect, dude. And where can everybody find you?
You can find me. The podcast Twitter is at USPodcast1. And then if you want to find my personal Twitter, it's at Rich Mihalovich. That's RichMihalovich.
Awesome,
and then you could search my the Unseriously Serious Podcast. I put it up on SoundCloud. Just search Unseriously Serious Podcast, and it'll pop right up.
Cool, man. I want to ask you real quick, who did your artwork, bro? Because it's crazy.
Oh, I did that myself. I found like this photo editing fucking thing, and I was just fucking around with it, and I was like, all right, this is fucking badass.
Cool,
so I
man.
just ended up going with it.
Awesome, dude. Thank you, brother.
All right, yeah, thanks, man.
No problem, dude.
Have a good one, man.
All right, have a good one.
You too.